So speaking of tech, this just came out. I do want to talk about this because there are some aspects to this that I don't really relate to trust, but just from an AI standpoint and just tech-wise, I'm curious to get your opinion and your guys' thoughts on it. Aaron, if you could bring up YouTube and bring up the Apple Vision Pro. So this is Apple's way of coming into the it's augmented reality and virtual reality. Right now
this is the way into the second simulation.
Yes,
right?
it's a simulation within a simulation.
Exactly.
So
if they're not
scroll down.
They are not introducing.
Go to Apple's channel.
If they're
it's
not
gonna be 9 minutes. Yeah, that one.
If they're not introducing Second Life to this, there's no point to this.
So right
Are
now,
you a
like
paper salesman in Second Life, right?
so the main thing, like with what is out there right now, like the MetaQuest, which we've done a podcast on.
Yep.
That is virtual reality. It's not augmented. Augmented reality was where you can still see everything, and then there's like and you can interact with something almost in real life. Like you could
So like a hologram type.
Like with this one demo I watched where they put their finger out and a digital butterfly landed on their finger. Yeah, obviously you don't get the taptic feedback. This is both VR and AR. So go ahead and play it. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. Just hit mute so we don't get copyright. And actually unmute it actually because she does say some of the stuff actually.
Introducing Apple Vision Pro. The era of spatial computing.
And hit pause.
Here.
So is it? Wait a minute. What? So people are gonna walk around with this thing?
No, it's not designed for that. But what's also crazy is you think that's glass, right? I mean, it is glass, but it's not see-through. So there's
it's projecting.
There's an LCD projecting.
Come on.
Yes.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yes. And the reason it's when you like it. I can see what the idea is. Like you don't have to take your thing off to become immersive. Like someone's having a conversation. Like think if you're on an airplane and you're watching a movie and a stewardess comes by, you can just look over and then the display you're watching, they can almost see like the back reverse of what you're watching could go away, and then you can see it so you can have that human interaction, then have the conversation and then go back into it. Okay. But I think that's kind of the whole design theory behind it. But no, that is not a see-through glass. That is an LCD. Sorry, that's a projection of your eyes because there's cameras literally looking at your eyes.
I hate everything.
It's got more pixels in that tiny thing on the inside than a 4K TV. So go ahead and hit play.
Hold on. One thing on this, right? I got such a bad headache wearing the damn Quest whatever thing, right? For however long. I played like a 5-minute game, right? I will have a real problem if this is what we're doing like at home for entertainment in the foreseeable future.
I think it comes down to how the brightness and how that display works.
So you think there's some kind of setting mix that I could ultimately
get that these could be, again, Apple. Some people love Apple. Some people hate Apple.
Yep.
Apple, in my opinion, tends to make things better later. Like Samsung came out with something 2 years ago, and then Apple comes out with like, oh, Samsung came out with it. But it was broken half the time when Samsung did it. Yeah. When Apple does it, it usually works well. And it's usually seamless at first. But this is version 0. And like when the Apple Watch came out, the only apps available were Apple. When the iPhone came out, there was no App Store. It was only iPhone apps.
Yeah.
So like when you watch this whole demo, you only see Apple apps. You don't see any third party. Yeah. That'll become like version 1.0 and version 2.0.
Sure.
But it hit play. I could see some aspects of this, but like as part of this video, people are just walking around like they're doing laundry and watching like this. That makes no sense. But the idea is like, oh, you can replace your TV.
When you put on Apple Vision Pro, you see your world and everything in it.
So this would be considered augmented reality. That's augmented reality. Virtual reality is what like more MetaQuest is.
So 100%, I want to play with
Apple's
this.
first ever spatial operating system.
It's $3,500.
Yeah.
It's familiar.
So I don't know yet if I want to invest in one of these
with your eyes.
With Fresh Foods Media money.
Simply tap to select.
Do a demo on it.
Flick to
James
scroll.
isn't thinking so either.
So
it's gonna happen.
So eventually, I can see that
it's
like
magic.
making this technology better, and this is ultimately what you see in every sci-fi movie and all of that, right? Okay, great. But they're talking about literal replacement for your TV. That's a replacement for your TV.
The tech in this though, like the eye tracking, is
Yeah.
also super impressive. Literally, where you're just looking at an app and it highlights, and that's what you want, and then you can interact it with just using your hand gestures. Versus with the Meta Quest, you have like the controllers, the
Yeah,
hand
it's
thing.
like Minority Report stuff, right?
That's what I
Or
was
the-
thinking.
Yeah.
She was
Minority
talking about how it casts shadows for you in that.
Oh wow,
Yeah. So
that's pretty stupid.
yeah. So I see the version 1.0 being. Honestly, we probably won't buy version 1.0. I could see buying version 2, where it's probably a tad bit cheaper. Anything that's new, proprietary that comes out, it's always gonna be super expensive. Like when Tesla first came out, the first Tesla Roadster was super expensive.
So Apple's designing a car.
Does it have Windows?
But all
That's
virtual
the-
like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just a display,
Yeah.
right, to show what's on it. Aaron, go ahead to the teamwork chat and pull up the meme I just sent, right? Because I think this is
Oh, yeah.
basically what we're talking about here, right?
So, as we talked about this, we have become idiocracy.
Yes, we have become Idiocracy, right? Is what it is. You've
We-
seen Idiocracy, right?
T-
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
James, I mean, should you be surprised?
As someone
Oh, this is painful to me.
who's a videographer, and we talk about movies and
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
he doesn't watch movies.
The Vision Pro, $34.99. So this is President Camacho Harris, who's the president in Idiocracy, and I just think it's perfect because that's basically what we have now. So,
That is.
but you should see that movie. It's one of the few movies that
hilarious.
started as a theatrical scripted movie and has now become a documentary. Right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, so
It's
the
a
Vision
toy.
Quest,
It's a toy for the rich people
Vision-
right now. People
yeah.
who have money to splurge. It's
Yeah.
cool. I would wait for version 1 or 2.
6.
6 for
If it makes
Aaron
it.
to talk about that. So.